So I have a sample program here that will demonstrate on how to create a function with a parameter. So first, we have to write the header of our program, which is the hashtag include iostream using namespace std. So after we write the header of our program, we should put the syntax of our program. So the return type, the function name, and our parameter. So write void here for our data type, display value for our function name, and int value 1 and int value 2 for our parameter. So this is enclosed in parentheses and open curly brace. So I use two variable here in our parameter. So I use int here in our two variable in our parameter to store a whole number. So this is enclosed in parentheses. So parameter act as a variable inside the function, and parameter are specified after the function name inside the parentheses. So this one, the function name, our parameter is specified after the function name. So you can add as many parameter as you want, but just separate them with a comma. So this is the declaration of our program. So this is how we write a function with a parameter. So after we write the function with a parameter, we have to write the definition of our program. So here the cout, the maximum value number is, so we have to write the value in our first value in our parameter here, the value 1, and the second is the cout, the minimum value number is, and we also have to write the second variable in our parameter here, the value 2. Then it is enclosed in close curly brace. So we have the declaration of our program and the definition of our program. So in order to execute the variable that we declare in our parameter here, in order to execute the two variable here, we have to pass the value into our function. So we have to pass the two value here into our function. So we have to write int main, open and close parentheses and open curly brace. Then we have to write the two variable here in our parameter here, but we have to change the name value 1 into x and the value 2 into y to be runnable. So we have to pass it by making or by put the value into int x equals to 500, and int, the second variable is int y is equals to 250. So that is how to pass the value into our function. So after we have to pass the value into our function, we have to call our function. So we have to write here our function name, and we have to put here the two variable here, the x and y here, to get the value that on what the users ask. So we put here the function name and the variable here x and y, and then close it with parentheses. So but do not put the data type here, just the function name, because if you put the data type here, our program will be runnable. So after we call our function, we have to write return 0 here. Then we need to see what is the result of our program. So we have to check this if our program would be runnable. So let's try. So this is the output of our program. The maximum value number is 500 and the minimum value number is 250. So this is what the users ask in our program. The maximum value number is 500 and the minimum value number is 250. So this is how you create a function with a parameter and to pass the value of our function. So that's all. Thank you.